Ladies and gentlemen, I return, and it is time to watch. This is a 40-minute long video. Crazy. But, ladies and gentlemen, the sequel to Trip to America. You're gonna watch it, and you know it. I'm excited to show you guys this. There's so much shit packed into this, you know. Yeah, everybody. Wait, you were in the US again? Oh, you'll see. Oh, trust me. But, yeah, everybody, this is going to be a hell of a video, and you get to see it first before YouTube. It's on there. Yeah, man. Update on the GPU situation. I'm just in the process of refunding it. They can't find it, so fuck it. You know, like, just get your money back, you know. Best of 2023, I'm probably gonna release that on New Year's, just to, like, mess with people. It's not fully done yet, but I've been editing both, but I decided to, like, I want to finish this first. This is a better video than Best of 2023, because it's more fun, honestly. You know. But I'm gonna give you guys a countdown. I rarely do this, but just to build up the hype for this shit. So I'm gonna do like a 2-minute countdown. So, yeah.
for it. Go for it.
Sweden. Yeah, that's right. Here we go again. Well, as you may or may not know, I once visited the great US of A while back to finally see what America really was like.
McDonald's and you, McDonald's and you, fresh scrambled.
You know, meeting Vinny, Mike, and a bunch of million rats was quite the experience in New York City. Especially after hours of, well, practically having visited in GeoGuessr, Greenland. But you know, once Joey got back, a great wanderlust began to brew once again. After all, here in Sweden we call Doritos ranch flavor, cool American flavor. And what other place can you get sweet chili sauce labeled sweat chili? Well, regardless, if there was one place in America I've always thought about, it was Texas. I mean, how much more American can you get? Cowboys, country music, steaks, barbecue shoes. It all sounded great. But there was just a little problem that struck just before I was gonna go. I got sick. Now I know. You're gonna say, you sound really weak and you sound really bald. Well, the thing is, once you plan something like this, you really can't cancel it. There's no going back, right? But whatever, I was not gonna let that stand in the way. You just gotta grow some balls and get a clue. All I knew was that it was gonna get really hot in Texas compared to Sweden. But I was gonna see the real America this time. None of that garbage here where we call a bunch of products American stuff. No. No! It was time to take another trip to America once again. It was time for Trip to America 2. Country Fried Texas Trip Turbo. Ever wanted some fresh fish from the airport on your trip? Well, here you go. I think fish would give me diarrhea on the plane, so I opted in to get some chicken instead. So it's my first time actually being in Holland. Pretty cool place. Big fan of these stroopwafels. Yeah, this place was pretty cool actually, but I don't know what this was about. I don't know about you guys, but the seat in front of me had a bunch of stuff on it. Holy shit, I'm in the USA! Holy shit, look at all the Americans, lol! Please don't shoot me! Oh god. Lamau America, lol! I made it. It's back in America, baby. But after that plane trip, I was a little hungry, actually. But I was in America. I can get anything I want at any hour. It's always open, right? That got me thinking. I remember that movie once, Harry and the Cum Lord eat a hamburger. White Castle, right? That's exclusive to New York. I just had to seize the opportunity. So in an empty hotel lobby at 2 a.m., I decided to order fried clams. Don't worry, I got a cheeseburger as well, because that's what the White Castle is famous for, right? Anyway, the delivery guy shows up at the hotel lobby. I get it, and he says, "Man, you must be really hungry to eat White Castle at 2 a.m." I said, "No, it's a meme." And he didn't know what a meme was, so I just pointed at the food and said, "No, that's meme food. That." It's like, "Okay, you enjoy your food," and I go, "Yeah." So how does White Castle taste? You know, after that whole movie, which I think was just a big commercial for the food. It was McDonald's. But there was something really special about eating White Castle in an empty hotel lobby at 2 a.m. Probably looked like Bigfoot. Frank, what do you think of New York so far?
It's fucking dirty as shit.
Frank, is it as beautiful as you remember?
No.
There's this Armored Core shit. We're here with Frank and Marco. Happy. Oh, and every cab has TVs in them now in New York City. Okay, Frank, what's so funny about this bridge?
I thought it was the Golden Beach.
No, that's not true.
You gotta try the fucking Kansas Deli sandwich, it's fucking great.
Katz's Deli, but my main man, Larry David and Bill.
Good. I can't eat no more.
Frank, verdict? Marco? Just a regular day in New York City with Marco and Frank and...
Eat shit and die.
I'm sorry, but I have to
What?
direct your attention to the tornado.
Tornado?
I know what we're having later.
It's a fucking rat. Where? Where do you see a rat?
Right by the paper. You see it?
Oh shit!
That's what I'm talking about.
Perfect.
Yo, paintball. Yo.
It's crazy.
You know, Marco had never been up to the Empire State Building. I was trying to freak him out, but ironically in the end, I was the one who kind of started freaking out. Why is it so windy? God damn it. Cashier. Jesus. Go to a pharmacy in America and you find...
That's how it is in a civilized nation.
Oh, fuck you. Museum of Sex.
How dare you?
Journey to the Erotic Carnival. Marco. Well, guys, we made it to North Korea.
Right next to Portugal, and oh, this is the Netherlands.
It was a lovely day in New York City. So, naturally, we had to make it worse with a few people. Say hi, Mike.
Oh, hi. Me and you? What do you say?
Marco. Marco. Wonderful. Kiss it, Marco. Kiss it, kiss it, kiss it. Now, how can we possibly end the night without having New York's finest pizza together? Only one problem. We were stuck in a bar. I'm here with Mike, famous Instagrammer. Check his channel out.
This is TikTok. This is...
Mike's hungry, but they only have like chips. So I'm gonna order a pizza for us and eat it on the streets.
Street pizza.
More to come. All right, pizza's been ordered. What do you guys think?
This is fucking stupid. It is fucking.
Wait a minute. There's a pizza place right behind us, and we're ordering a pizza here. Am I stupid for doing this?
They're not even gonna let us eat this in here, man. They're gonna kick us the fuck out.
There's literally like a little thing that says no food outside.
They're not gonna let us eat it in here, man. We're gonna get kicked out of here. We're gonna have to eat it in the street.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure we shouldn't be getting a whole pizza to each of the face. We don't even know if they're gonna let us eat it.
They're on their way now.
What happens if they don't let us eat it in here? We're gonna eat it out of a dumpster like animals?
Maybe.
What do you mean they're eating?
I want to hear that on confession. What just happened?
A waitress just brought a pizza out of the kitchen. They serve pizza. They make pizza. They sell pizza at this place that we're in right now.
Mission 1. Start.
Where did we fucking go? I'm sure this is fucking normal.
That was Marco.
I didn't do
You did it. It's Joel here. I think it's the pizza for us. Oh, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. If you spill this.
They're trying to fucking smuggle a pizza.
Jesus, man. You're a maniac. This used to go on all the time back in the old country.
Imagine if we got stuck in this elevator, too.
Well, we have something to eat.
Okay, I want to get the hell out of here.
No. What if you moonwalk towards us so they don't see us? Here, keep going. Keep going. You think we're in the clear? I think so. My goodness, we did it.
This is actually a mission success.
Yeah? All right, listen. This is half my effort. So we gotta touch tips. No, wait. Now it's good.
Very sensual.
Okay, what just happened?
Busted.
Did we get busted?
Busted.
We gotta eat this pizza quick. They're kicking us out.
Good.
Frank caved in. Frank caved in. Perfect.
Oh, all right.
That's actually a good pizza. You picked a good pizzeria.
Bro, this video is not sponsored by Daddy's Pizza Cheese Beer. Drink your cheese beer. Drink your cheese beer.
I don't taste the cheese. A dud!
We managed to escape in the night. We didn't get the death sentence. No electrical chair for us. But Marco did die anyway.
Marco got that French toast. Ooh. America.
Yo, what's up, man, my man? You know.
I like how the Wii U is in the same display as the fucking Virtual Boy. That's how outdated it is.
It does look like shit.
It does look like shit.
I know you want to sit on them, but don't do it.
You wanna make some Pokemon lasagna? Eat a Pikachu? Don't remind me.
Bill Clinton! So the next day we had some business to attend to, and it was my first time taking the New York ferry. And what was our business, you might ask? Let's just say I had to meet a special somebody again.
This seems right up his alley.
It was pretty sick, man.
Hey, Joel,
What?
why was there cheese in my beer last night? Cheers.
Frank?
You know what you did?
Marco?
You know what you did.
I didn't do shit, man.
Seed of what you did germinates within you.
We're gonna walk away from that bunny girl right there. You're really gonna do $300.
$450, not bad.
You're gonna leave her in the
Demonetized on YouTube.
All right, so Vinny and Mike has been telling us about a mysterious smell.
good smells.
And it turns out it's from this. What is that?
Croissant with cream. Creamy croissant cream. Doesn't matter what it is, just dive in. Just eat it. Just bury your face in that. Okay.
Diabetes.
Just get on in there.
Dive in the beans.
Yeah, just dive in.
And it happened again. I'm in America. Chips for dinner once again. I mean, I just can't escape this stuff. It's just everywhere. And who's to blame for this? Frank. It's Frank. So way back in the day, Frank's visiting me, and we're gonna have sandwiches for dinner, right? Yeah, whatever. So we're at this grocery store, and he says, let's get the chips. And I think he means the French fries, but he means potato chips from the snack aisle. But it turns out in America, there's no difference. You just eat whatever the fuck you want. It's not how I was raised. No, Americans do that all the time. Dude, if my parents were out, I was eating fucking chips.
I like and I know Joel would get upset, but I do like chips with a sandwich on the side. Not for dinner, for lunch.
So it's just Frank gaslighting that all Americans eat chips for dinner and Swedish people are weird for not doing it. Okay, I'm over it. Okay, I get it. Okay.
Hey Joel, do you want some potato chips for dinner? Oh.
So now that the whole crew was assembled, I was applying for the day. I shot a music video. Vinny had the idea of putting the entire video through a Game Boy camera filter, and gotta say, it looks a little rusty. It's great. Anyway, you can see the music video to Clone Me on Redbox's YouTube channel, so go check that out. Holy shit, I met Vinny!
Hi, I'm Vinny. Say speed!
Speed! So we're up and about, we're having a good day, you know, and, I live in nowhere in Sweden, so, I'm really getting recognized, but something happened in America. All right, we were here at St. Mark's Comics, and I got recognized. Want to say something?
Hi, I'm Fran. Thank you, Joel, for coming to America and stopping at this lovely comic shop.
This place sucks. I'm out of here. And you better believe I kept this all this time, all the way back to Sweden. I ain't throwing away nothing, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9. All 9 of those bad boys. You saw the jars? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go. We're done. Hey, get that rat.
Where the fuck's this? Where's the rat? Where's the rat?
Got that bad rat. That's a leaf.
You're a fucking moron.
Yeah, that might not be a rat.
God damn it.
Yeah, my bad.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Who's this?
The sleepy cat at the Italian restaurant. Oh, Kitty. I thought it was like a fake cat. I'm like, that's some good animatronics, but nope. There's a kitty being asleep.
Yeah.
That's Tiger Elvis. Hello. I didn't realize it, but Madison Square Garden was in New York City, and I just happened to pass it by, and that's a place where Stone Cold Steve Austin wrestled Hulk Hogan and stuff happened, right? You're guaranteed to laugh your iceberg off. And it's bad enough that you guys stole Swedish fish, and now you're putting it in drinks too? Come on, son.
I have to learn the controls first for,
Yeah.
I'll be back with shit food. All right.
It's just chicken. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to figure out what this is. Okay.
Hold this. Nice job, you fucking broke it, you dumbass. Hold this.
Hold these nuts.
I was getting ready to come over here. I grabbed. Are you recording me?
Yeah, because I want to settle this argument on tape.
All right, I'm literally getting ready to take the train. I'm downstairs, and I took a quick handful of popcorn as I was leaving out. What's the fucking problem?
Well, why you got popcorn for no reason, just laying around?
Because I'm going for the popcorn lung challenge.
Okay.
It's where you eat so much popcorn, it gets all up in your lungs, and you get lung corn, and you die.
Sadly, we had to leave pretty soon from New York. Texas was up ahead, but it was always a treat hanging out with these rats again. you just know I can't leave New York City without like having a final pizza, right? And this airport pizza was legitimately the best pizza I had on my trip. I'm not kidding.
Frank, how's the pizza? Where are we going, Frank?
Going to Texas.
Real Sigma Gaming.
And I quickly found out that Spirit was the worst commercial airline in America. This was the food that was offered: ramen noodles and beer. I found out Spirit Airlines was really bad. The guy over the PA system was basically saying, guys, and oh my god, you can't miss this.
Right now, flight, guys.
It was like listening to an ad, and it went on and on forever. Just, guys, you can't miss this. Gotta get gold. You gotta have it. Sounded like a crypto scam.
Also, once watch on, let me figure out this word. It's free, guys. We don't charge for it. We don't use that word free, guys. So.
Oh yeah, I found out Americans clap when they land a plane. Finally, I made it to Texas.
We made it to Houston, and it looks like New York.
Was I gonna live up to the hype? Was I gonna see cowboys? Well, first we had to go see a metal show. Now, as you may or may not know, Frank and I are in a bit of a metal band ourselves. So naturally we, you know, gravitate towards this kind of music. Just a slight problem in Texas. It was really, really rainy and really muddy.
Whoa, Frank. Hey, Joel, what's the last thing you see on the menu? At the very bottom.
Not only was it a little rainy, a thunderstorm was approaching too, so everything had to be shut down.
So metal, there's a thunderstorm happening.
So our day was cut a little short, but you know, personally in Sweden, it doesn't thunder like it does in Texas, and wow. So what did the aftermath of the storm look like? Well. And you know where you can get the best food in Texas? A church. And did this blessed meal live up to expectations? Day 2 looked a little more promising than the first one. Sunny weather. Actually, really sunny weather. But I'm sure that won't be a problem.
Yeah, cardboard doesn't get wet. It's genius.
Sure don't, man.
And some celebrities showed up too, like Scott Steiner.
You know, they say all men are created equal.
Scott Steiner.
But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
Scott Steiner.
See, Joe, the numbers don't lie. What am I gonna do? That's what I do. What am I gonna do? Play the guitar? I can't play the guitar. All I do is beat people up.
Uh-oh, Dracula alert!
I get wood. Even for a vampire, yes, I get wood once in a while.
So yeah, day 2, much better than day 1, because it was actually a full day without, you know, the storms cutting it short. Only problem, I forgot to wear sunscreen. Our TV is a Wii, by the way. But I couldn't just see a bunch of metal stuff in Texas. Gosh darn it, I want to see Texas steaks, cowboys, and get myself a cowboy boot. No cowboys yet. Gotta find them.
After this, we gotta hook you up with a cowboy hat.
Yeah. And there was Texas steak. It was a steak in Texas. Really good. You know what I mean? I loved it, but you know, I honestly think we went to the wrong part of Texas. I don't think Houston is like the Texas I. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. What should we say? My quest in America continued. I was gonna find the heart of Texas. Sure, I had a little bit of Texas steak, but I wanted to see the cowboys. I wanted to see the prospectors. I wanted to see gold, damn it! Tasty cocky. Is it really true that you Americans eat like dip in a jar? You know, I don't know, man. But hey, get your chips, I guess. Sure got a taste of that Texas sun, you know what I mean? But then, when all hope was lost, cowboy hats and boots. And they were closed. My quest was looking a little grim right now, but I would never give up. I know it sounds really dumb, but I just realized how close we're to Mexico.
Oh, ain't no Piggly Wiggly. We gotta go to Piggly Wiggly.
I've never seen one of those Piggly Wigglies.
Gotta get to Piggly Wiggly.
And apparently cars fart in America. Didn't know that. It was the final day of the metal show in Texas, and shit went down. So when you're not being mangled to death in a mosh pit, some maniac gets a goddamn trash can and throws it into the pit. But why stop there? Why don't you crowd surf in it too? Trash metal. Didn't find cowboys, but I found thrash Jesus. And where was I in the midst of all this chaos? Well. No, really, I had an excellent time, but I was so exhausted by this point. And keep in mind, I was really sick for this. That I just took a nap. Finally, the carnage was over. It was time to head home and, you know, heal our bruised and battered bodies.
How was the show, Frank?
It's exhausting.
Who was here tonight? Oh man, there was a lot of bands. There was
We have a joke.
Yeah.
What does the band name Demolition Hammer say to you? Does it mean construction? And it ain't no Metallica.
Next stop, Florida. But do you remember that little storm on day one on the metal concert? Well, turns out that storm had moved to Florida. And you know what that means? Flight was canceled, and our hotel was kicking us out. Couldn't get another day in. We did manage to find another flight that day, but it was way later. So, I really liked Houston, loved spending time here, but we just didn't know what to do that day.
Hello, Mr. Squirrel. Bye.
Heartworm with juicy pussy.
So what's the best way of spending your entire day? You go to an arcade that serves cider.
Hey Frank, what's Star Trek about?
Violence.
You got unlimited drinks at the arcade, but no one really tells you that the syrup is almost completely gone. But then, in the corner of my eye, my main man. You know, I love those other arcade machines, but when it comes down to a game I can play, it's Mario 3. And if it was gonna take all day, which was kind of the point, I was gonna do it.
Frank, where's the Mario?
Where is the Mario?
I was on World 8, and I was gonna show Bowser what's up and what's not up.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, third time's the
Fuck you,
charm.
Bowser.
Who's the man? Who's the man?
Damn, how manly. Anyway, did you know that you can actually beat this shit by not even moving? Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, whatever.
But alas, my time in America once again was short. I had to get back home, no matter what.
Representing. Yeah. All right. And a Florida for me. Last words, Frank?
Get the fuck out of my country.
Make it count, son.
Oh, in Americans, what's wrong with your front there? It's all orange and stuff. What's going on here?
Here at the blacksmithing school. Motherfucker, black metal, hardest smith in North America.
Hello.
My trip was a lot of fun in America. You know, seeing my pals again. You know, it sucks that the distance is so long, but hey, what can you do? But so far, so good. I mean, what else could happen, right? So I start hearing a bunch of noise at the back of the plane, like people yelling at each other and stuff. And I see, like, you know, flight attendants going back and forth and in between, and I realize there's like a situation going on here. So my first instinct is just to record, you know, I guess I'll die. But over the PA system, the pilot says, we're gonna redirect our flight right now and land. We have a situation. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? And then a bunch of police showed up, and I'm thinking, what is going on? And it turns out a huge fight had broken out in the back. Just a drunk guy, and he got arrested. But hey, you know, that was my dramatic moment, I suppose. Not that dramatic, but bye, dickhead. That's the video. That's the video. You know what I mean? But yeah, 40 minutes of Texas Strip barbecue. You know. But yeah, I'm really happy how this video came out. You know, I love editing these videos because video game footage is a lot of fun to edit, but like camera footage and like, you know, editing this stuff back and forth. Really fun, really cool. You know, it's pretty cool, man. But yeah, you guys got pretty shocked by that I showed my face in the video, huh? Yeah, we're like, what the fuck? Not only that, but like on video too, right? Yeah. But anyway, yeah, man. Now you're probably wondering what the fuck is next. Well, Best of 2023 is going to be released on New Year's as a sort of meta joke where like, let's get it just before the midnight, just like 5 minutes left. Release, boom, you know. You look super old now. Well, I am 30. You know. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. I think that this video, like, for me, the whole Smarco, the whole thing for me that one of my favorite bits is definitely the pizza heist, you know. And
you know, this was a lot of fun. Texas too, you know, really cool people in Texas that I met. But you know, when it comes to editing a video like this, like you have to hit the stride between like a sort of story that's being built that it isn't just like random stupid footage, which it is, but you have to sort of contextualize it in a digestible format, and that's why I do a lot of voiceover work for my own like narration in this. Like it's my inner thoughts being communicated. Because if I just show this as is, it's just a stupid clip show. I think that would have been very boring. I mean, when I did Trip to America 1, it's kind of the same format. But I have big announcement, because last time, you know, we were in Texas. Yeah, sure, I got the
Thrash Jesus.
You know, I got the experience of you know, going to Texas and experiencing some of it. But I want to do it again, and that's why, ladies and gentlemen, next year I'm going back to, I don't know, go milk a cow at a farm. I don't know. So if you'd like to meet up, you should head to Brazil. Yeah. You know, but there's more footage I scroll through, and there's like plenty of cowboys in the background. This was just the first one I noticed.
But then, when I just didn't notice it,
you know,
something showed up.
I keep thinking like these random like blurry shots. These people will never know, like, be like, holy shit, I'm on YouTube. I was that guy in the hat, you know. Try fried alligator in Florida next time, yeah. I will say this, I hope I didn't come across as whining during this video, that I was in misery, because, quite frankly, during the last metal show, and in Florida, I was fucking miserable. Like, I was so fucking... Because this thing, again, I was sick during this entire trip, and I was eating ibuprofen and Advil, like, you know, and just, like, scolding energy drinks used to be, you know... And when I was at the airport, like sleeping, I was just like, "Fuck! I just want to get home back to Sweden." And you know, when that incident happened at the very end, and I had to, you know, basically delay the. I just wanted to get the fuck back, you know, in my own bed and go sleep, you know. But that's the thing with travel. It's the traveling there is always the worst part, but you're having a lot of fun there. Yeah, I know it's pretty fucked about the whole plane situation, because at the same time my mind was numbed. Like, I was so exhausted and sick that when they started announcing like, oh, you know, we have like sit tight, we'll be here soon, and you know, we're gonna land in Ireland. They were gonna land in Ireland first, and then we're gonna go to the UK because they didn't get permission. Or something like that. But I scrolled the news about this. Like this was like I mean, I don't know how frequent flight interruptions is, or like something has to land, but you know, like what the fuck. I was gonna pull that up for the video and be like, holy shit, here's the news about it. But no, there was nothing about it, so I don't know what the fuck. Very frequent here in the US. But you know, I had a great time during this trip and everything. I'm just gonna let the video play as I'm talking, I guess. Yeah, you know, this was also kind of horrible because because of the storm that happened in Texas, I had 3 hours to like spend around in Florida, and let me tell you something. It crossed my mind. What if I just lay down on like Frank's couch and just like take a nap? But you're so like pumped up on adrenaline to like, fuck, I gotta get ready, I gotta do this, because going back and forth to the airport takes some time too. You know, it is what it is. But again, I don't want to come across as whiny or any stupid shit like that. But for me, the very tail end of the trip here, I don't have like great fond memories of, because again, I just wanted to get the fuck home. It kind of happened to Frank, actually, when Frank and I were in Japan together. I think the first time, you know, I go back to Sweden, and Frank wants to go home, but he has to spend additional days in Sweden with me because we went. Frank comes to Sweden, we together go to Japan. I go back to Sweden, he stays here with me, and then goes off. And I totally get the feeling of just like I just want to get the fuck home, you know. It was a really fun, exciting trip. I think that going to America or going any place in general is not very dramatic at all. I mean, my first trip outside Sweden was Japan, and from a lot of people that would be like a biblical sized quest to do. But for me, it's just kind of boring to fly, and you're just kind of looking forward to getting there, you know. But the world is pretty goddamn small, you know. Actually, it was my dad who said this, like, you young people, you just go in anywhere, you know. But yeah, I shot the music video with Vinny, the Game Boy thing, Freddie Mercury, you know. But it's funny. I did not include the bit because I didn't film it, but it was a rather funny moment where, you know, Marco Vinny meets Vinny, and like, you know, there's some bunch of extra stuff here. Maybe I'll release like a compendium, but it's kind of funny. You know, we're in the Red Vox studio, and there's something really cursed about me and Frank playing on, like, I was playing on, I think, Joe's guitar. I still have the guitar pick Joe gave me, and we're playing metal in Red Vox's studio. It's like just I was saying this to Frank too. There's a moment in this video where I did a spit take. It was just so fucking weird for me that we're having lunch in New York City. We're at the like George Washington pub place. I'm eating oysters with Mike, and like here is Marco, here is Vinny, here is Frank, and all these people I know are like interacting with each other. It's like, what the fuck is this scenario? You know what I mean? Like, the world felt so goddamn small at that point, where like, you know, I never imagined I'd be traveling anywhere in the world, you know. And I did not anticipate that, like, Frank contacts me one day on an email saying, like, hey, man, you really like the music you do. Would you like to jam sometime? And here I am, because of that, like, way later with Scythe Lord, you know, we're visiting, and, you know, the Frank interacted with Vinny, and, like, Marco is there. Like, just what the hell, man, you know? But, you know, it's pretty crazy. How many dealers were in that studio? Everywhere, man, everywhere. But, you know... and of course, this was a big shock, right? It's like a what the fuck kind of deal is this, you know? But I love Mike's look in this picture, because Mike looks like grandpa here with the hoodie on and the glasses. He looks like a grandpa that's photobombing, you know. And here's Vinny, you know, next to me, you know. I think a lot of people are so shocked by this photo that they don't even notice that we're like crouching under a bunch of like balls, you know. That's pretty funny. A lot of people asking me like, why the fuck don't you show your face that often? I just don't see any point to it, honestly. Like, I'm very traditional in my streaming approach, where it's just me and the fucking game and stupid bits. Like, I just, not that I don't want to do it, it's just, I just don't care that much about it, you know. And I know a lot of people like ask, like, when are you gonna do face cam, when are you gonna do all that shit? I feel like, well, if people are gonna hype it up, I might as well drop it on something like special like this for a big trip or something like that. But you know, but I thought it was pretty funny to do that, because, you know, you didn't expect it, and that for me was the biggest sort of thing. And here, of course, me and Vinny in the studio just idly chatting. Like, this is a cursed photo, isn't it? We're the same person. What the fuck? You know. Joel, I thought you were Mexican. You know. Let's see here. Joel, you look like my uncle. You look much older than Vinny. Yeah, but Vinny has the face face peel back thing on the back of his head, you know. Main man is always looking 20, you know. But it's like, what the fuck is this scenario, man? Joel, will you replace that ball drummer in Red Vox? Oh yeah, dude, I just gotta go. You know what I mean? This is legitimately so surreal. Yeah, it is a very strange thing, but yeah. I do really have a fisherman's mustache in this trip. Like, I either look homeless or I look like I, get crayfish for a living, you know what I mean? But, yeah. But yeah, the trip back, as I said, this right here is, just incidental footage that I'm glad I recorded this, but fuck was I in a lot of agony, you know? Because everything's just pissing me off. I'm like, what? We gotta stop? You know. By the way, this is hilarious. I should have emphasized this more in the video, but the place that the plane is landing in is Dingle. Dingle. The Isle of Man. But they couldn't land in Dingle. They had to land in fucking was it London? Oh well, you saw that there was Dublin, and then we had to go to London. And I just had to throw in some airplane footage, you know. But you know, unrelated, but my mom and dad, we're gonna be celebrating Christmas soon, and my dad loves these travel videos, like legitimately fucking loves them. Like, the humor doesn't always click because he's like not an internet person, you know. He's like almost 70 years old, but for him, it just, he loves the edits and shit like this, and we both love airplanes, so I know when he watches this, he's gonna laugh a lot. I just am very afraid because my mom is like the sweetest person I know, and she doesn't like swearing. I mean, she's very supportive of what I do, but she's like, you swear too much, you know. So I'm like, oh man, how the fuck am I gonna show this to my parents? But you know, it's gonna be fun. These Danishes, by the way, fuck. Should have had one, man. You know. Will you show them monkey wrench, by the way? Yeah, sure, whatever. You know. Censored with sweet words. Should have had collages in Texas. I gotta be honest. The steak I had in Texas, by the way, my goodness, I was so fucking sunburned for this. This is Hellstar, by the way. Can I get a picture of me being sunburned to shit? Oh god. I'm like the palest person ever, and I literally got like a redneck fucking sunburn. Like, I look ridiculous, you know, and it sucked. It sucked, man. Look at this. Good lord, it blows. Training with the red man. Yikes. Who's red now? Why do you scratch? I scratch so fucking easily. I don't know. Literally, I'll wake up with these fucking, like, scabs on my arms and shit. Dude, seriously, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll go take a piss and, like, I'll go back to bed and I wake up and I've, like, stubbed my toe. Like, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck is with that, but, like, it's like, I'll carry groceries home and shit. And just the slightest eep on the grocery edge, like, say I, you know, box of pasta. The hard, like, box through the plastic will, like, slightly brush against my skin, and I'll start fucking bleeding and shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck's up with that. Isn't that a diabetes thing? Probably, you know. Maybe you don't have enough calcium. Probably, I don't drink enough milk. I honestly don't. You look in tone, Joey. Yeah, right. Joey, red skin means healthy circulation. But yeah, this was really bad. And the other thing, I don't go out in the sun too often. Like I mean, I'm not like super pale, but I disrespected the Texas sun. I said I'm not gonna wear fucking sunscreen. I don't care about it, and I got fucked over because of it. And to this day, man, I still have a slight tan from the fucking 6-7 months ago this happened. But that was like kind of funny, actually. You know, you got to see the positives in these things. You know, you got to take the bad with and turn into good. That's how I always seen these things, and that's why it's great when you're actually recording this stupid shit. Because if you're in a bad situation, you can always laugh about it later, and that's how I always rationalized or I've like thought about things. Where like, you know, this will be funny. This will be a funny story in about a year. You know, but you know, Jesus Christ. The sun is the source of every energetic thing that could kill you except gravity, I guess. I was surprised they still have cable in America. I thought you guys all switched to Netflix or whatever the fuck, you know. Texas steaks, Cowboys, and barbecue shoes. Now, what did I actually have here? I did have Texas steaks. Yes, I did see Cowboys. Didn't get barbecue shoes, but I got barbecued with my shoes on. So, you know. Did it peel off? Joel is kind of buff. That's what my mom said. Stop sounding like my mom. I'm not buff, you know. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get into a program where I, you know, juice up with a bunch of gear. And then I'll be on social media telling kids that, yo, bro, I'm a health fitness person. And, except it's illegal to do, but everybody turns a blind eye because Sigma is really good. You can call me Liver King 2. I'll get like implants for my abs. It's really good. Smegma. Sell overpriced snusk juice. I'll say this. I'll make an anecdote. By the way, okay, I was saying this earlier, and I really shouldn't say this because this sounds disrespectful. But this is a decent steak, right? I don't usually buy ribeye at steaks because I don't like to basically dissect a frog to ingest delicious food. I like sirloin because sirloin is just a piece of flesh. I don't like sinewy fat. I know some people like to chew on that, but I'm like, fuck it. Ribeye sounds more Texan. But this steak that I got, I didn't say it outright in the video because I don't want to be disrespectful again, whatever. But I could have had this in New York, you know. And that's kind of when I came to the realization that Houston is not the place to go if you want the big old cowboy experience, right? You would much rather be off going to Dallas or something, right? I am unfortunately going to the exact same place next year. So, oops. But what I will probably do, is I will take a, because I did this on my first trip to Japan. I don't really give a fuck about like the anime side of Japan. I gotta be honest, TBH, Ruffle. But I wanted to see the real Japan, so we took a trip down to like the fucking like farm fields, man. Like I wanted to like interact with the locals and shit, you know. So we were out the fuck in Japan, and just seeing like the locals and shit. Like I don't want to get the touristy treatment when I'm abroad. I know that's stupid because like, well, you fucking dickhead, you went to New York City, Manhattan, and you went to like one of the biggest cities in Florida and shit. But for me, it's important that when you see another country, you do not go to Starbucks, you do not go to fucking McDonald's, and you absorb the culinary shit, and you absorb like talking to locals. And what I love to do, this is like a mantra that I have when I'm visiting other places. You are an ambassador for your country, right? And that's why it boils my fucking piss when you see these people abroad right now that are going to Japan and Korea. You know the fuck I'm talking about. That is just causing a ruckus, man. And just because you let's say you're from, like, I don't know, Belgium, and you go to, I don't know, fucking Mongolia, right? And you're acting like a fucking asshole, and of all these town people, they will always associate Belgian people as, like, dickheads, right? So what I like to do when I'm over there, I like to, like, chat up locals and just talk about, like, oh, you know, I'm from Sweden, man. I'm, you know, what was places to see? Where's to do? Because when you leave and you've had, like, a cool conversation with people, they'll remember you. Be like, yeah, I met a Swede once. You know what I mean? So, you know, and what I always try to do, I know this sounds pompous and I'm stroking my own dick here in terms of ego, but one thing that I never like to do is I never, like, fuck around or do pranks. My filming is incidental of funny things happening. Like, if I catch something, I'll film it, yes. But I never, like, touch or I never, like, destroy. I've always done that, but I think when you've had all the fucking, the Paul brothers or wherever the fuck, it just sets such a bad example for, like, other people in a different place, you know. And I think, you know, when I do these videos, it's mostly my clique, you know, just, you know. And here's the thing, I will let Mike fend for himself going into a comic book store and asking for jars of semen or whatever, you know, that's on him. I would not do that, but that is his shit to deal with. Not the incident. I mean, Mike lives there, so he's got nothing to lose, I guess. Let's see here. He loves to embarrass himself. Joel, this is why I love you. You're a genuinely good human being. Respect. Well, I appreciate the comment, but I will say this. I'm not some sort of shining beacon of, like, moral compass here. Like, I think what I'm saying here should be the boilerplate sort of mentality when you're, like, abroad or doing stuff. Like, what I do in these videos, I mean, let's be quite honest. I'm quite an abrasive person, and I'm, you know, I can be a little vulgar and I can be, like, stupid in the videos. Yes, but, like, you know, just you know, common sense, man. You know, so, you know. But anyway, my spiel, my tirade here about nothing, blah blah blah. Yeah, I was gonna say the steak. I could have had this in New York, but I will say this. The best food I had on my trip was this church. I don't say that, like, ironically. This church had fucking banging goddamn food. I tried making a country fried steak myself after this trip, and I realized there's a technique to it that Americans do that I totally missed out on. This steak, this country fried steak, is cube steak. And I thought they literally fried a steak, but they don't, because you would basically, it's basically a big hamburger that has been, like, malleted to fuck. But yeah, I really wanted to get something. So this was cornbread, this was mashed potato with bacon, and this was gravy, and like, this was also kind of a revelation for me, where it's not disappointing, but it's one of those things where you think that, like, outside food of your area tastes completely fucking alien to what you've had growing up. And gravy, American gravy, this white sauce gravy, was something my mom made with, like, one of my favorite dishes of all time. I know this sounds incredibly weird, but I love my mother's cooking, you know, but I would request the weirdest thing, because she made it one day, and I love it ever since, man. I could be a fucking 100 years old, I'd be still eating this shit. I know it sounds weird. It's pasta with white gravy sauce like this and tuna. I know that you're, like, gonna be like, what the fuck? But I believe tuna Alfredo is not too uncommon in America. Tuna bake, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And it's just a little similar to that on the sauce. I mean, a gravy is essentially just a roux that you cook up. You know, you take the butter, you take the flour, you know, you make it a little brown, and you thicken it up. You add cream and a little bit of black pepper, which is just this. And when I had it, I'm like, I know that guy. Wait a minute, what the fuck? That's what this was? But yeah, really banging, and they put jalapenos in the cornbread too. But you know, but yeah, Texas was lovely, really cool people too. One thing that I will never understand, unrelated, you guys still have Diet Coke. This is Coca-Cola Light in Europe, and that disappeared way the fuck back. It was replaced by Coca-Cola Zero, which I believe you guys just call Coca-Cola funny. I don't know. It's called Zero. It's called, we have both. Okay. I think one is made with aspartame, and the other one is made with like sucralose or something like that. I never liked the taste of Diet Coke. I prefer Zero, but you know, it is what it is. Aspartame. I'm from the Middle East, and we have both Zero and Diet. You know, it's funny. We had a guy from when I was growing up. There was a guy running a little shop next to it's like a town center thing. We'd always go there and buy candy and shit. And for my 12th birthday, I have a photo of this. This is insane. I think this guy was from fucking... Where the fuck was he? Was either Azerbaijan or like... somewhere there, I think. And he imported this Fanta, and I swear to God, there's a photo of this. There was like a 5-liter Fanta, and I got it for my 12th, 13th birthday. So I'm eating a cake, and this is massive fucking nuclear, like, super fucking big-ass Fanta. I'm like, where the fuck did you get this? And I went back, and I'm like, can I get more of these? He's like, no, only one. I'm like, oh, shit, I got the special, man. You know? Oh, man, it was great shit. Super Fanta, you know. I wonder why Joey has diabetes. Well, if you want to get technical with it, it's not because of that. It's just some genetic flaw you just wake up with one day. Also, the way I edited this, I didn't love this bit because I was like, how do I show that I really enjoyed it? Because this doesn't really make sense. It's more like, oh, I defeated a big boss, so now I get a piece of heart. But it's meant to be more like, ah, yes, I loved it. And it's just Zelda because it's like holy music, you know, time temp, you know what the fuck I mean. But it healed me, I guess, you know. Kind of funny, flying saucer. And met some cool people on here too. And you know, you know what the most fucked up part about this whole trip is? There's people in chat who was at this fucking show. I'm not even kidding. People say like, what the fuck? That was Hell's Heroes? What the fuck? And I was there for like all the days. And I mean, I didn't announce I was going here. And you could have easily had a chat with Joey IRL, basically. Did anyone cop to you? No, but we chatted up a bunch of people that, like, streaming is outside their sphere. They don't give a fuck about that. They care about metal. And we talked like Scythe Lord and changed bands and information and stuff like that. So, you know. Joe, you don't remember me, the crazy crackhead? I love this. I love this. I was just filming this, and these two people come up and say this. Oh, what the fuck, man. Yeah, I think the trash can, Scott Steiner, the trash can bit, I was so happy. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta film this shit, man. Senior Joe, the numbers don't lie. Do you think that Scott Steiner is natty? Yeah. By the way, this band is not called MILF. It is called like Night, but they chose a really like kind of hard to decipher font. But it kind of looks like knife or MILF, hot MILF eating bean. But we saw we saw most of these bands. The guy from Hellstar, I forget his name, but he's a really funny guy, man. There was some point where he's like, you know, it's really sunny outside, and I probably should be melting and burning, but here I am, you know. It's kind of funny too. So I'm a like a massive fan of this band, but I do like their early discography. Agent Steel. I was in Germany a couple of years ago. We're gonna see Agent Steel live. They showed up with the singer John Cyrus. He is like a well-known UFO conspiracy guy, and I think he's losing his fucking mind. And the crowd, I wish I had a photo of this. All the people in the crowd, they wore tinfoil hats as Agent Steel comes along, and Agent Steel basically had 10 minutes to rehearse their material because he was extremely late. So they basically, does anybody know any Agent Steel songs? And there was just like temporary people in the band, and immediately after that show they broke up. And then they announced at Hell's Heroes that, oh shit, Agent Steel is gonna play. Guess who didn't show the fuck up, and Hellstar over here covered their material instead to make up for it. It's fucking crazy. Yep. That's the way the cookie crumbles. I get wood.
Wood once in a while.
You know. But lovely. I love theatrical, goofy shit in heavy metal, and dude, when they brought out the coffin on stage, I was like, hell yeah, man. Someone was asking me, how often do I travel? Once a year. Okay, because here's the thing with traveling. Traveling is goddamn fucking expensive. Here's the thing. If you get a plane ticket and you're like, oh, that sounds pretty cheap, you have to also take into account hotel, food, blah, 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 you know. So you can do it like once a year, even if it might take 2 years to save up to do that shit. But that's what kind of blows shit about distance with friends and shit. You're basically confined to your space, and you get to sometimes visit them, you know. So, but you know, thank goodness that we have such like great communication methods nowadays, where you can like literally call up somebody on the other side of the planet and fart in their ear in the microphone, you know. But the big Texan. So that it feels weird seeing roads and buildings. Gotta have it. I film more stuff. I don't always include everything I film here, but this is a dog park, and I was gonna include a bit where I film people's dogs, but I'd be like, I look like a weirdo, okay? I can't just be like, you have a lovely dog, can I film your dog? Like, I'm like, no, I don't think I will do that, thank you. You can though. Come on, this is weird. This is, by the way, I'm scrolling through the video here. What the fuck is up with chip dip in America? Here in Sweden, we get like sour cream. We get a dip in like a little thing. Empty the thing, get a fork, you know, bloop, put it back in the refrigerator, boom. I can understand salsa, right? Because that's like jar shit. But you really should be doing your own anyway. It's not that hard to make. Ugh. Yeah, true. A whole aisle for dip in the grocery store, really. Queso from a jar can be good. Look at my fucking arm, man. Look at that shit. It looked like a fucking ham. You know. Yeah, this was unfortunate. I really wanted to get a cowboy hat or something like that. But I'll tell you guys a little secret. My dad is a notorious American, like, weeaboo, essentially, right? My dad has a lot of contacts in the States. And my dad had a friend who contacted a hat maker to send a cowboy hat from Montana all the way to Sweden. But my dad refuses to wear the hat in public. He's like, no, people will stare. But I'm like, isn't that the whole fucking point? You know? It's like, no, I can't do that. He'll wear it like at home. But, you know, I don't know, man. That's kind of awesome, you know. Just wear the hat, man. Come on, you know, fuck. You might notice this, but I love subtle juxtaposition in my editing. Here I am talking about this.
My quest was looking a little grim right now.
Like, you might not think of much about what?
But I would never give up. I know it sounds really dumb, but I just realized how close we're to Mexico.
Ain't no Piggly Wiggly.
Subtle.
We gotta go to Piggly Wiggly.
That's an... I've never seen one of those Piggly Wiggly.
Gotta get to Piggly Wiggly.
I only know Piggly Wiggly through GeoGuessr, you know. So by the way, you know how I said in the video, like, oh, I couldn't find a cowboy. Well, watch this. Boom, right there. So I'm a blind fucking bat. But I learned something funny in Texas. You know what you call cowboy hats in local terms? They call them Texas sunscreen or something like that. I forgot what the term was, but I'm like, I have some other bits where I was here, but dude. So this is a Mexican grocery store, and shit was fucking gnarly, man. Dude, the fucking Mexicans, dude, they have the craziest fucking most delicious looking cakes I've ever seen. I was there, and I'm like, dude, if I wasn't like constantly walking and shit, dude, I these fucking cakes, goddamn, man, fuck, you know.
And apparently...
I really should have showed that in the video, but whatever.
Cars fart in America. Didn't know that.
Please tell me you got a slice of tres leches. I kind of know what that is. I think I've had it at some point. But guys, I had some agua. You know, that was pretty good. It's pretty good. Healthy.
It was the final day of the metal show in Texas. And shit went down.
I don't know why. This guy's a legend. Guy shows up at a thrash metal concert in a fucking like LSD cat shirt. Love it.
So when you're not being mangled to death in a mosh pit, some maniac gets a goddamn trash can and throws it in.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, it's funny enough to bring a trash can, but why punch it?
Pit. But why stop there? Why did you crowd surf in it too?
Okay, this is not shown on video because you're gonna get a footage of this, but this fucking guy, if you think that's gross enough, if you're like, oh, that was just an empty can, that was just like something these did. This was a fucking like trash can filled with puke, beer, cigarette butts, and all this kind of shit. And you know what he does? He empties it over his head first. Wish I had a video of that, but he just indulged in filth. All right. It looks like, oh, this guy's just, you know, like he's just being goofy. I got a maniac.
Trash metal.
This fucking guy, fucking El Santo over here, just fucking tearing ass. Yeah.
Didn't find cowboys, but I found thrash Jesus.
Next time I go to this metal concert, I'm gonna start interviewing people. I think that will be entertaining for this video. But I don't know how to format. I'd be like,
hey, everybody, do you mind being up for an interview, man? I'm making a video for Vinesauce. My name's Joey. What brought you here to the metal festival?
Because I guarantee you, like 70% of the interviews be like, oh, well, the metal, I guess. I don't know. Oh, hi, mom. Like, you know, just ask for permission first. No, I'm just gonna be like voicing over people's dialogue, you know. I'm gonna interview them and be like, yes, I sure love Scythe Lord. Like, no, man. That could be funny, asking him what brought you to Texas, or I'm just a local, man. What song are you listening to? By the way, I'll tell you a story about when I saw Sodom here. When this show started, I was at the very front. And I think I was about this close to dying. I'm serious, because you have to keep in mind, my like health at this point, you can hear how congested and fucking sick I am. And I'm at the very front, and there's a mosh pit going on. And keep in mind, it's also like pitch black here. The video picks it up much better. I can't see shit. I'm this close to a heavy metal monitor blasting at 200 decibels, and people are just going fucking nuts. And I immediately knew I have to get the fuck out of here now. All right, like I survived 3-4 songs. But I'm like, if I fall down into this mosh pit, I'm going to die. Okay, this is it for me, man. But at least this guy let up a fucking flare.
And where was I in the midst of all this chaos? Well.
This is just me being like, I can't do this.
No, really, I had an...
How's my tinnitus? Okay, I'm gonna dispel a metal myth right here. Wearing earplugs at a metal show does not make you a pussy or weak or whatever the fuck. It literally enhances the sound of what you're trying to listen to. Because if you go without it, because you're badass or whatever, here's what you're gonna hear for 99 of the concert. A great show, right? Oh, okay. You can actually hear some fucking frequencies and shit. And you don't go home and you're like, oh yes, now I have permanent hearing damage. I literally can't hear anything. Just like a static white noise that will hurt me. So yeah, wear earplugs, man. It's like, what the fuck, you know? Ironically, I didn't wear earplugs for some of these bands. That's because the audio was just kind of crappy and we stood way the fuck back. But if I was standing right the fuck in front, then thunk in my ears, you know?
Excellent time, but I was so
we saw a band, Forbidden, and whoever did the sound rigging on that did a terrible job because for some reason they thought it was a great idea to pan the double bass kicks left and right in really wide stereo. So the left side of the concert heard the left kick. The right side heard the right kick, which meant that you don't hear most of the double kicks. So it just sounded like, man, this guy can't drum for shit. It was just like, you know.
Exhausted by this point, and keep in mind, I was really sick for this. That I just took a nap.
I was just dead tired at this point. You know, I was just, you know, I think most people by the third day, I was chatting up with some locals, and I'm like, you guys feeling tired? They're like, yeah, we get the fuck home. You know. I feel bad for whoever got the offbeats. Napping to metal music. At some point, you stop giving a shit, you know. I can't imagine what it's like for touring music artists. Oh yeah, they have to have it, you know. Holy shit, White Oak Musical. I've been there. Yeah, me too.
Turns out that storm had moved to Florida. You know what that means.
Dude, I had no idea you came here to Houston. You ever think coming back? Yeah, literally, I'm coming there in March, which is not that. That's what, 3 months. So fuck. You know.
Mr. Squirrel. Bye.
You know, I missed an opportunity here to have Sandy the Squirrel from SpongeBob because he's from Texas, right? But you know, at this point, I've crammed so many stupid jokes in. I'm like, fuck it. The Nuttmongler. Okay, now I know it's conspiratorial to say this. Like, Joel, did you write this shit on this fucking box? I did not do this. Incidental that we went up here and we're like, holy fuck, what the hell? Neither Frank or I did this, okay? But it begs the question, what the fuck does... here's what I thought. 3 things. Number 1, this is conspiratorial in my head. Number 1, this is a... like a dumb teenager that's just like, you see pussy, you know. Right. Number 2, you know how people throw like shoelaces with the shoes up in like electrical wires? So this is like a hotspot for prostitution or something, right? Like this is like, ooh, you can get some here, I guess. Advertisement, you know. Or 3, fentanyl behavior, you know, of just shit going down. Sponsored!
This is crack.
Heartworm with juicy pussy.
So what's the best way of spending your entire day? You go to an arcade that serves...
Oh yeah, by the way, I also started feeling really sick here. You know why? Keep in mind, I am literally sick at this point. And here is... We had like 7 hours to spend here in this arcade. No man should be at 7 hours in this arcade doing fucking just arcade games over and 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 over again. Because at some point, you stop having fun and you start developing a fucking migraine, you know? But I played a bunch of Street Fighter with strangers and shit, but, yeah, you know, it is. By the way, maybe it's not clear in this video. We beat this fucking game, me and Frank. We beat Golden Axe. And I couldn't find footage of this, but at the end of the game, there's a bit where... There's a bit of, like, bad English, which is like, you are dying now, please moving, or something like that. You're like, what the fuck? And the final boss in his, like, death throw, like, does something to the player, and you have to, like, move out of the way. And we're like, what the fuck do we do? We survived it, but yeah, look up the ending to that game. I think it's Golden Axe is something. Anyway, this game sucks ass. I can't believe they made a Star Trek Voyager game, and it's a fucking violent gun game. It's like, what the fuck, man? Golden Axe something, my favorite game. By the way, we got my Texas Red, we got that, we got Sweet Tea, and, you know... By the way, check out Two Rocks. Anyway, so this is a bar cider-cade, or whatever the fuck they're called. And, I'm already sick, I have a headache, and I think it's a great idea to start drinking the cider. And this is like 6 or 7% alcohol volume. But that's what people did in the olden days to pass time, literally drink. That's why people get drunk on planes and shit, because they're like, I'm gonna fast forward time by being inebriated. You know, I didn't get drunk or anything like that, but you know, it's just like, you know, when you're in that spot of like, you've drank a lot, you don't feel drunk, you just feel nauseous. That was me here. Just fuck. But, you know, I trucked on. It's, you know, was this. Anyway, so you might have seen the stream I did here earlier where did this hitbox mystery bullshit. And I said, you know, you'll see all this, and here we are, you know. And that's where what I edited in the other stuff. I don't know why the fuck I jumped there. That's why you don't drink on an empty stomach. I was actually afraid during the duration of this video. I don't want to come across as like a gluttonous fucking asshole hog that just keeps eating food. What you see in this video that is fancy is what is in this video, right? Like, don't get the impression that here I am like scarfing down like steaks and pizzas and all that shit. Like, I eat like a normal person, okay? I'm just like, man, there's so much food footage here that it started getting gross for me to look at. You know?
Fake American.
But I mean, you gotta do that too. If you are, by the way, cowboy hat. If you are abroad, you might as well, like, you know, buy the crazy food, right? So you can go back home again and eat fucking like oatmeal and porridge and like celery sticks. I guess food is culture, you know. Food is art in a way, you know. Anyway, I'm boring the fucking piss out of you right now with this bonus commentary. So I don't have much else to say about this this video. I'm sure we can talk about it at some other point in the stream. You know, it's Christmas tomorrow for me in Sweden. And in about 4 hours, I'm gonna go buy groceries for my mom. So, or we're going grocery shopping together for the big Christmas cook-up tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to get some shut-eye. Armadillo poop, by the way. But I'm gonna go release this video on YouTube. and you can watch it on there, man. I'm gonna make sections on this video so you can like skip to each state, because I know like there's New York, there's Texas, and there's like 2 seconds on Florida. Yeah. I don't get the impression, by the way, just because this was a very special video and it was a sort of Easter egg finale where, you know, me and Vinny is on screen, that I'm gonna start like face camming, or I'm gonna start like doing shit like that. At least this is a very special occasion that I think you guys, the viewers, I mean, I never do it, so I figured, you know, let's just shock the shit out of you guys. But yeah, maybe next time, I suppose, we'll get some more crazy footage in here. I'm sorry about all the stock footage that I edited with. I just think stock footage has a comedic element to it, where like for this kind of shit, where it's like a shot of a city, you're like, oh, okay. But I love the sort of doctor stock footage and shit. You know, if it serves a purpose and it's not distractingly bad, you know, then whatever. The phrase kind of blew my mind. This is Conchita, Frank's cat, the most photogenic cat I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Seriously, I don't know if they make like Gerber babies commercials for cats, but this cat should be it, man. It's a super cute cat. That's DD. That's the expansion. Don't fuck around. I thought Frank's cat didn't have a name. Technically, it doesn't. The legal name for this cat is Socks. But Conchita is just like a noise that this cat responds to. So you'll have to ask Frank about this. I can't be responsible. I can't be you know. But I'll say this on a final note about the trip to America, the whole theme of this. One thing that it always astounds me with America is that one state to the next state is like visiting another goddamn country. Like, people are so different. The weather's so different. The climate, like, there's 50. Is there 50 states in America? Yeah. Just going one state to another, like the accent is different, like the mentality is different, you know, and that's why you go to New York and you go to Florida or whatever, and it's like, what the fuck, man? You know, but that's that. You guys have a big privilege living in America, where you can just take out like an in-country vacation, and you might as well get the full experience, you know. But who am I to educate you on this? You guys that live in the States. By the way, this footage, I should have had the audio for this. This is Mike going on a rant because her name was Fran, working at the St. Mark's comic. By the way, I have the card here. The story is, if you don't know, I'm in this comic shop and I'm buying a bunch of heavy metal magazines, right? And I said, like, oh, it's so great to get these because I gotta like ship these off to Sweden otherwise. You know, this shit's stupid. The shipping is so expensive. It's better just get them all from the source, you know. And she asked me, like, are you fucking Joel? And I'm like, busted, shit. It's like, I can't fucking believe it. You're here. I'm like, shit, you know. Yeah, man. St. Mark's comic store. Go there. She's in chat right now. No way. No way. She's here. No. Oh my god. Leche Beans. Leche Beans. Is that you? Is that you? Okay, I'm so happy. I'm so happy you were here for this. I was like, you know, I'll premiere this video. The coincidence would be crazy, but that is funny. Now I'm gonna ask you something really stupid. Your name is Fran, right? And I think it was funny to rename you Friend, right? Or am I just being stupid as hell? Yeah, so for friends, okay, good. Because I'm like, I'm serious, dude. I was this close to calling the number on the St. Mark's comic store and actually call and be like,
Hey, I just want to make sure I got your name right, because I look like a huge penis out of
you know, but yeah, it was kind of a funny thing that incidentally happened. I think definitely if I lived in America, this happened more often. But I kind of value my place in Sweden. You know, because here's the thing: it might seem I'm very extroverted on stream, and ironically enough in this footage, but I'm really not in person. Like I have this much energy for people, and when I hit a limit, I just get very sleepy, because it's like when you're talking to people constantly and shit like that, like extroverts gain energy from that. I drain energy, but if I've spent the entire day with people, I'll like kick down the door and just go like I fall asleep immediately. But what was my point about that? Yeah, in Sweden, if people recognize me and said like, holy shit, you're that dickhead Vinny, right? And I go, oh shit, snap. You know, I would be like, oh man, I need a nap. Joel explains what an introvert is. Yeah, well, you know, some people don't get the difference. Now, hang on.
You saw the jar?
Oh, Mikael. You know what's funny about this? You want something really funny? Mike, after that night, says, you have to delete this footage. And I said, Mike, I'm not deleting this footage. I am not deleting this footage. You have to reap what you sow. Okay? You cannot go into a random comic book store and drop these catastrophic memes, okay? So, you know, I try to punish the man, because my main man always chewing on a toothpick. And I realized that Mike's mouth is glued to this fucking toothpick. I tried my hardest he would not let this go.
Hey, get that right.
Toothpick. But you know.
Going to Texas.
When it comes to, I'm gonna start kind of fading out into the stream here, and you know, get to working on releasing this on YouTube, which will be very shortly, by the way. And I also have to, I have a bunch of stuff that I want to show you guys as well, mainly streams. Before the year's over, I intend on doing the Microsoft Plane Simulator thing. This is gonna be a bunch of shit. But best of 2023. Let Your Bean says, she can just call you Fran, really. Despite Mike's joke, Joel is always welcome at my job. No. Well, I appreciate that, thank you. When it comes to this whole America trip, it's very hard for me to say what was my favorite part of it. My least favorite part, I'll get that out of the way, was that I was sick, right? And I couldn't cancel it. That sucked. Or I didn't want to cancel it, I just wanted to move the dates, but no, man, I would screw it up for other people. They wouldn't work. But my favorite part of this, if I can really get one, it's this. This stuff is so funny to me. When we get this pizza and we sneak in, like, I knew when I was recording this, I was like, this is insane. Okay, for as much shit as I give Mike for his cum jar joke, the man is hysterical to hang out with. But the thing is, it's not good that when Mike and I are together in person, because this shit happens, okay? This is like two destructive forces, you know? Because Mike doesn't usually do this kind of stuff where he sneaks pizzas and, you know, and here I am, be like, hey, do it. I am not kidding about this. You guys gonna laugh your ass off. I am deadly serious about this. I asked Mike, I give you a lot of shit, so I'm gonna give you a free kick in my balls And he's like, no, I won't do that. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you right now, you get a free kick in the balls, and it'll be hilarious for the video. But he refused. Okay. Told him many times, you know, and I also did a thing where I like to pick people up, like I physically lift them. Right? Mike refused because he was afraid he was gonna shit himself. He's like, I'm a skunk. You know.
You think we're in the clear?
By the way, the music adds so much to this because Frank is like the straight man in this video, right? He is like, he's just like, I don't give a fuck what you guys do, okay? Like, he doesn't give a fuck. He plays so straight, man.
I think so.
Let's see here. And of course, I gotta give a main man. I haven't even given enough credit here. My goodness, you know, Frank with me during this entire trip. But my goodness, Marco. We gotta talk about Marco. Holy fucking shit. Marco that was there for the New York thing, and you know, Marco, I'm gonna reveal something horrible, and you will be so angry when I mention this. But Marco, we spent a day. And we went to an Indian restaurant. Now, in my head, I always say that Americans are afraid to try quote-unquote foreign food. And Marco, you fit that to a T. We had an enormous Indian food platter. We had like butter masala, naan bread, vindaloo. We had all this stuff. And that morning, you're like, no, I had a sandwich. Marco, I swear to God, if you ever refuse to eat Indian food again, I will destroy pizza from Jersey, man. So it was a good sandwich. Yeah, well, when you're not eating fucking popcorn, apparently. By the way, can I say this? You know, I know I'm mean, but he deserves it. When Mike is eating this pizza, there's a shot of him afterwards where he's like, you know, it's a good fucking pizza. Look at Mike's face. What is that? He's got like tomato sauce all in his mustache. He's just slopped up. I'll say this. If he ever hears this, he will have my head, but you know, he can't reach, whatever. Mike, compared to me, cannot drink for shit, okay? I drink beers like it's water. Like, okay, let's get another one. And I know he might be 80 years old, you know, but like, I kill this man. I'm killing him at bars, you know. So that's why Mike here at the end is like, jeez, you know. Italians are built for wine, yeah, but he's drinking beer, you know. Elder abuse. No, stop it. Scandinavian advantage. I'll say this. Getting drunk in a foreign place is not that great because you kind of revert to being a child and you're like, I want to go home. No, you know. I've been drunk really badly once, and that was in Japan. And when you're so drunk that you wake up hungover and you think you're in your own bed and you realize you're on the other side of the fucking planet, that's not a great feeling. That is not a good feeling at all. Because you're not in the mood anymore of like, ooh, I'm having fun. You can really tell that me and Frank, we watch a lot of AVG and we drop a lot of stupid references all the time. You know. Those look like shit. And Mark is so funny too.
I know you want to sit on them, but don't do it.
I want to make some Pokemon lasagna. Eat a Pikachu.
Oh, here's a little anecdotal side thing about this. So this is Nintendo World in New York City, right? I was interviewed for college radio there, right? And I don't know if you can ever find this because I don't know what school this was, but I was playing Super Princess Peach, I think it was called, on the big screen they have, and a person comes up to me and asks like, "Hey, would you like to do an interview?" I'm like, sure. Okay. Yeah. And he asked me like, who are you? And I'm like, well, I'm Joey. Check me out on YouTube, you know, stream sometime, you know, whatever. And you know, he's asking me like, he was asking me like the importance of like women gaming and stuff like this. And I said to him, well, I think it's a pretty cool game, but I'll say this: if anyone is out there listening, play Barbie on NES, it'll kick you in the dick. I didn't really say that, but I'm like, that's the hardest motherfucking game ever. So the question was like, do you think this game is easier because it's like, you know, Princess Peach, it's like more girly stuff, and I'm like, oh fuck no, man. You play Kirby, that shit's dick skin fucking hard, you know. I mean, I didn't have anything recorded, but it would have been pretty funny. But I also said to him, I'm really sorry, I'm like congested as fuck. I probably like cough and wheeze into your microphone, just you know. But it's pretty funny. And I was also like shouting out my local friends on the podcast that he did. I'm like, by the way, you guys from Sweden, hello. I'm like, you guys will never listen to that. You know, but no, it was cool to be on like college radio, I guess. This is like when you took a picture with the random group of Japanese school kids. Yeah, that's a funny story. Funny story about that. My first trip to Japan, I hope somewhere in Japan there's a school with a picture of me and Frank. We were at the airport, and part of the Japanese English education program, they approached like complete strangers and like tourists in the airport and asked them like, hey, do you mind doing an interview? Because they're writing down little stuff, right? And they're asking us like, hey, what brings you guys to Japan? And it was like adorable, and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of caught, and I'm a little tired right now, and I'm like, you know, I love that baseball, you know, I love Fuji-san, you know, like big shout outs to my main man. I'm like, oh, you know, Gojira, you know, I love that shit, you know. And they're like, well, thank you, you know, would you like to take a picture? I'm like, all right. So here I am with Frank, and just behind like this row of Japanese school children. That picture is like framed somewhere in Tokyo in a school. You swore in front of these people. I did not say any swears. I know the time and place to like, you know, come on now. Yeah, guys, I don't have much else to say about this. The trip was really fun. I hope the video was fun to watch. I'll be back tomorrow to stream regular stuff as well as also getting the best of 2023 video out. But I kind of want to do it just so I can release it on New Year's as a sort of quasi fucking meta joke or whatever. But yeah, everybody. Hope you and your family have a wonderful Christmas. Well, likewise, Merry Christmas early. We celebrate it tomorrow. On Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day. So on Christmas Day, I'll be doing a big Christmas haha stream, you know. I know it's like Fanta orange, but guys, orange juice isn't orange, it's yellow. Unless I've missed something critical here. Vineyard. Oh hell no, man. I'm going to release this on YouTube and going straight to bed. Mexican Fanta is so much better. I'll definitely say this. Mexican Coke is something I get every time I'm in Florida, and man, that shit slaps. So that you're colorblind. No, I'm Swedish. Let's see here. Real sugar. Mark, you didn't see the ending, I think, of when I you know, zoom in, you know. But yeah, everybody. I'm gonna fuck off now. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure to pester Mike about his behavior, and you know, God bless, and eat your veggies. all that jazz. Anyway, let's see if I can go host somebody. Tip of the day, shit. Maybe some travel tips. What about this? When you're traveling, make sure that you always have a power bank on you. Because I can't tell you how many fucking times I've gone to airports and the USB places that you're meant to charge your phone doesn't fucking work because people stick like knives and forks in them and they just don't fucking work. And your phone is your emergency to survival, okay? If you lose that, you can't check your fucking boarding pass, you can't do all that shit. Get yourself a power bank and use it. Get fucking two, honestly. I'm not even kidding about that, just in case. They're so goddamn important when you're traveling, you know. And USB should be like universal, but some just for some reason don't take the power. So I don't know what's up with that. So you just rely on your own shit, man. That's my biggest takeaway. When you're traveling, you have nobody to fucking rely on but yourself. I know that sounds like a yeah, of course, but really, you gotta man the fuck up and you gotta do everything yourself, all right? Because shit is not given to you on a platter unless, of course, you're like super rich celebrity, I guess. But coordinate yourself, plan ahead, schedule, get your shit in, and don't be unprepared. But also don't be overprepared, because honestly, if people tell you too much stuff, it might actually ruin your trip. So I say this, when you're traveling, it's not that dramatic. It's mostly boring. Just be prepared and be educated on what you're doing. Because you don't want to be there being like, you know, I don't know a word of English, but I sure wish I packed my Google Translate with me. Oh shit, that's right. It ran out of power. Bring your Game Boy. Alright guys, thanks for watching everybody. Peace out. Sayonara. Fucking namaste and all that shit. Once again, shoutouts to Fran for popping into the stream. I can't believe that happened, but yeah, that's cool. Alright, everybody, take care. Oh, I was gonna host somebody. You know, I'll host Vinny because it's thematic, I guess. Bye. Oh shit, Mike making another cameo? Okay, that's cool.